What is the worst second-hand embarrassment you've ever felt? 1. A girl graduating from college falling down repeatedly on the stage. She fell at least 3 or 4 times and it was like something invisible was sweeping her leg out from under her. Even she had a confused expression on her face. 2. A colleague of mine put in his 2 weeks. For context, he's a fairly attractive man. This woman from HR, of all places, comes by his cubicle to wish him well, I guess? Anyway, she basically gives him a dance right there in front of the whole office. 3. Was going down an escalator at the Mall of Georgia when the 90-something-year-old guy in front of me very suddenly pooped his pants. We were about 500 feet from a bathroom and he was wearing shorts. I felt so bad for him. My dad gave him his hoodie to wrap around his waist. I was very proud he was my dad in that moment and still am. 4. Was at a dinner party when my friend's mother-in-law asked another one of our friends when her baby was due. She wasn't pregnant. Anyway, mother-in-law should have simply apologized, but instead doubles down with something to the effect of, "It sure looks like you're pregnant." 5. Went to an Italian restaurant once with someone who was learning Italian and knew quite a bit. None of the staff were Italian, it was essentially just a pizzeria in a small town. She insisted on ordering for the whole table, in the language with the correct pronunciation. Waitress was like 17 and didn't have a clue what was happening whilst we all just sat there. 6. I went to an open house and there was this older realtor helping the listing agent. He was excitedly walking around this empty house talking about features, while looking back at my husband and I, and he ran headfirst into the chandelier that would be positioned over a dining room table, had one been there. It happened so quick we couldn't even warn him. He got tangled in it and ripped it down as he fell face first to the ground, hurting himself badly in the process. We both still cringe thinking about it. 7. I was selling some kettlebells on Facebook Marketplace and a woman, early 40s maybe, bought them. She came to pick them up and as I handed them over to her, she obviously wasn't expecting them to be as heavy as they were, and as she suddenly strained to counter the weight, she ripped the most extreme of farts you have ever heard. It was gargantuan. I was shocked, but also proud. I'm usually pretty good at making light of any situation, but I found myself speechless for the first time in my life. 8. Met a lady who had a piercing on her upper lip, about half an inch away from the nose and more towards the cheek. It was a plain circular piercing. My friend who knew the lady, sort of reached out to touch it, saying, "Sorry, you've got something on your face." She gently recoiled. He tried again. This was with others in the vicinity. I wanted the ground to swallow me up that day.